You ready to get milked? As soon as I walk to the barn, she'll come. While I'm waiting for Buttercup to come over from the hay shed, I will give you a quick update on what is happening with these hens, our broody hens. Now, as you can see, our beloved dedicated black one that used to be there is now elsewhere. I'm not sure where she is. I've seen her around, but at the moment I guess she's just out grazing on the grass somewhere with the other chickens. They always do this when I make a video, don't they? So we have some other broody hens. This one's doing great. This one's always there. This one's always there. And this one is always there. There's also a different one that's usually here now. And I'm going to go out here because they're being too noisy. So what happened with that black hen, black Australorp, she never got chicks. I think what happened was when she was first starting out, after she got her big clutch full of eggs and she started sitting on them, I think she got up and left for a day or so and then came back thinking all was going to be just fine. Well, all was not fine. We candled all the eggs. They were all developed. They were all dark, in other words, when we candled them. And yet, it's been 2 months and no chicks. So, rotten eggs. Oh, Buttercup's here. So I better get to milking her. I just want to show you quickly how I go about milking Buttercup each day. So she is usually pastured, so her udder is almost always perfectly clean. Honestly, I don't clean it off. If it's ever dirty, all I do is just take a baby wipe and just wipe off her teats and kind of get the dust off. You know, 90% of her life, well, in the warm months when there's grass out in the pastures, is spent in the pastures. And this grass is so high, I don't know if that helps get the dust off or what, but you know, she's just in the tall, clean grass all day long, every day. So I think that might be the reason why she's so clean. I don't bother cleaning her off because she's already clean. So you guys can do whatever you want with your cow. Next step, and this is very important, is you always feed your barn cat first. Because she keeps the mice down and she deserves it. Plus it makes for a very kind, friendly kitty. Plus it's just kind of fun. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I actually milk a cow. So Buttercup only has 3 working teats. When she had her first calf that we got from her, this was about 1.5 years ago now, she got a mild case of mastitis in one of her teats, and not knowing what to do, we kind of just let it alone and didn't milk her. And it eventually went dry. It didn't take long, actually, especially in those early days after calving. So she's only 3, and she actually had trouble with one of the other teats. Again, we had no idea what we were doing, but I will show you how to properly milk a cow that is difficult to milk. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to hold the camera on my lap while I show you just exactly how I milk. So what I do is I grab and pinch off with just my thumb and forefinger, and then I just squeeze the milk out that is pinched off in that little area. If you could imagine a rubber glove that was filled with milk or something, and if you poked a little hole in one of the fingers, it would be done the same way. This just is almost like a hollow glove finger, just filled with milk. So you pinch it off so it doesn't go back up in there, in the udder, and then I just squeeze it out. So if I squeeze it without pinching it first, you can feel it just kind of goes squish, just squishes back up in there. So I'll pinch first, then use my other fingers to get it out. Now, I found that it works best if I push upward and kind of drag milk from up there, oops, into that area first. So I'm pushing milk into this area, and then I pinch it off. And if it's really difficult, I'll use both hands, like this, and squeeze it all down towards the teat. Like that. So squeeze it. And this helps especially when you'll find that the further you drag it from, the more pressure you get in here and the faster it'll come out. And what's interesting is if you get it coming out fast at the beginning, it's almost like it opens up the hole bigger or something, but it'll be kind of easier to get out subsequently too. So let's see, now I can just milk her normally and get quite a bit of milk out in each squeeze. She's not used to me talking while I'm doing this, so cows get used to a pattern. If you happen to like to whistle while you work or sing or whatever, your cow will get used to that sound, and if you ever do something different, she'll feel nervous. And if you ever have someone else milk the cow and they don't do the same things as you do, even if they do, the cow will get nervous. They like a routine. Kitty's wanting more. So I do it two-handed, so I'm going to put the camera down and I'll just finish up this way. Now see how yellow it is, and it's actually looking darker on the screen than it is in real life for some reason. It's actually just a light yellow, yellowish white. There's a high fat content, high butter fat content in Jersey milk particularly. Makes it kind of yellow, but the milk itself is still white. It's just the butter that's yellow, and it's actually more yellow when she's eating the fresh grass in the spring and summer than it is in the winter time when she's only eating dried hay. Now we don't keep Buttercup haltered or tied up in any way or caged off or anything like that. I just let her be free, and she in turn gives me some respect. She tries to hold still, and actually we've gotten used to each other, and you will with your cow if you have one or are getting one. You kind of get used to each other's rhythms. I can tell, for example, when she needs to move, and so I'll stop and let her move, and in turn she'll be careful when she is moving, and she'll try not to step on the milk or step on me. And she wasn't always that careful, and neither was I. So you learn from each other. Also, you'll find it easiest if you just give your cow a little bit of hay or some kind of treat that they're not used to, that they only get during milk time. Whatever it is, maybe a handful of grain or spider on you. Here you go. Or if you feed her grass, usually, give her some extra alfalfa in the morning when you milk her, and that way she'll be very happy to come and be milked because she knows she's getting a treat every time. I have to say that it's sometimes easiest if you keep the cow just hungry enough for that treat that they always want to come be milked, because it is a major pain to try to round up a cow who is way more interested in what she already has than what you have to offer. Cows like to be milked at the same time every day. We only milk Buttercup once a day, and we found that we actually get just as much milk from her this way as we did milking her twice a day. And we think it's a lot better for her. Anyway, So yeah, we milk her once a day at the same time, or as close as possible to the same time each day. That way she knows, and her body knows, when to give milk. Okay, the final step in milking a cow is to always thank the cow. Not only so that you remember gratitude for all the work that the cow does for your family and all the milk that she gives you. Milk, yeah, that's right. But I think it's a verbal cue for her to know that you're done and that she can move on. So, thank you, Buttercup. All right, so we've got all this nice, fresh, warm milk. Hey, look, wild chamomile. This stuff is so much more potent and medicinal than the tame stuff. It smells exactly like fresh pineapple, and it tastes very similar as well. And really good for you. Yeah. That baby flower. Oh. You can eat that one. So I'll get 2 jars of the oldest milk. I'll make cheese out of that today. And then I'll wash out those jars and filter today's milk into there. By the way, yes, that is a chest refrigerator. That's a subject for another video though. Okay, I'm getting the cream off to make butter first.
Isn't that nice? Our kids are cleaning up without us even asking.
Okay, I've got several days worth of milk in here, and we're going to make cheese. This is almost gone, so we'll just drink the rest of that. Next, I filter the new milk, and for this I use these special filters. They look like this. We got these at a farm supply store, and we tried saving money at one point, back when we had goats, by using coffee filters. They don't work at all, and they're actually more expensive than these in the long run, by far. So I just find the middle and crease it, so like that. And it fits right in this, I've already got one. It fits right in this canning funnel. So those of you who do canning have seen that. And it works really well. So then I just pour it in. And I actually already filtered the other gallon of milk, so we got about 1.5 gallons today. So that's how we milk our cow, and that's what we do with our milk every day. We make butter, we make cheese, we drink it fresh. Actually, the kids prefer to drink it warm, and I do too. It's yummy that way. So thanks for watching.
Hi, Amy.
Hi. She sure does like company. Hi, Hammy. She is so happy and smiley all the time. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, she can be intimidating. Oh, look at that. He's a sweetie. Yeah. Wee.